Hey guys, welcome back. So today we are going to be making a pot with sparkly things in it. Now in our pot we are going to be using our little roses that we made previously. I'm just going to get those out. We're only going to be using some of them, not all of them. Ooh, this one's stuck together. Look at that. So, get our little rosies, little friends out. Okay. They pretty? Yes. Alright, so I'm going to move these guys to the side for now. Now over here I have 5 ounces of my Resiners 1-to-1 that I'm going to be adding some of my DIY Feather Boa Sparkle Sauce to, which if you're interested in knowing how to make your own rainbow alcohol ink, I have posted a video on how to do that, on how I make mine. So I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, about 6 drops. Get that mixed in because I just want it subtle. I don't want it overwhelming. And this is my Let's Resin. I think they call it a honey pot, little lidded dish. So that's what I'm using. Discount code for Let's Resin down in the description box. So I'm going to spray a little bit of alcohol in there because there are lots of right angles and corners. Alright, now I'm just going to pour it in. Okay, get it domed just a tiny bit because we all know that resin shrinks slightly as it's curing. So I'll move that out of the way. Check on the lid, and it is pretty dead even. So I'm just going to put a little teeny bit more in it just to dome it slightly. There we go. Alright, and since it's domed, I don't want to use alcohol to get bubbles because it will break the surface tension and make a massive mess. Just use my tiny torch. Careful not to get too close to me mold. Alright, so we're going to let these guys cure, and I will see you all back in a little while. See you soon. Right, so now that we've let our resin thicken up a little bit, I can go ahead and install our roses in the top without having to worry about them moving around too much. So this big one I'm just going to drop in the middle and let that go down on its own. And then these 2 smaller ones. Now also, just to let you know, this is probably going to cause me to have a little bit of overflow on the lid. but that's my fault because I filled it up really high without thinking about it. Because I'm silly like that. Alright, so this one I want to sort of prop up, but I have a little bit of overspill that I see that I missed. Actually, it's not too bad. So I'm going to prop the smaller ones, the medium-sized ones, up against the big one, sort of off-centered. Here we go. And then my plan, as it is right now, everybody say hi to Captain Critter!
Hello, everyone.
My plan as it is right now is to go in later with some more fanciness. But for now, I'm just going to put some small ones around the big ones. Small ones around the big ones. Ooh. It's terribly descriptive, isn't it? That's right. And just sort of make like a little cluster of roses. Oop. Get off my finger. There we go. Alright. So good. Yay. Alright, I'm happy with the way that that looks. And yes, it is going over a little bit over here, but again, that's fine. If you want to, you can use a little snot sucker to get rid of some of the resin that's on there. So I'll just take a little bit out to show you what I mean. And yes, I call it a snot sucker. I am a mom. When my kids were little, that's what these were used for. If you're a mom, you know. The snot sucker. I'm just adding this to another little project that I've got going on over there. So just taking a little bit of that extra resin out without disturbing it too much. Not much. I think this is maybe a 3 ml pipette, so it's really not very big at all. Not big at all. Pardon arm cam. Just putting this over here. Alrighty. So that takes a little bit of the excess off. Anything else that is left over we can get rid of at the end of everything. So there we are. Alright. So I'm going to let that cure. And yeah, I will see you guys for next steps. See you soon. Okay, so next what we're going to do is I'm going to take some of these little Aurora Borealis crystals that I have and just put them around, and I don't want them to go all the way down into the resin because then they will lose their effect. Just in case if you were wondering why your crystals were losing their effect inside of resin, that's why. It's because they're clear. Clear things in resin tend to disappear. So I'm just going to drop them on top of the roses just to give the roses a little bit of sparkle, but also leaving the crystals out a little bit of the resin so they can still sparkle. That is my plan. And these have various sizes. Some are big, some are little, some are teeny, some are super big. So just dropping them around. just to give a little extra bit of sparkles. And then once the resin thickens up a little bit more, I can put the bigger ones in there and don't have to worry about them dropping down. So that's that as for now. So you can see, still sparkling, still making prettiness. See 'em? Yay. Alright, see you soon. It's time to demold our little friend. So let's get him out. Find a chink in the armor here. Not having any fingernails makes it fun. There you go. There we go. That looks good. You can see that DIY rainbow alcohol ink in there. Give it some sparkle. Pardon the thunder, we're having a storm. Some bubbles, but that's okay. Just gives it character. We can always do something about that later. Let's do our lid. There we have our rose and crystal lid. And it just screws right on. And there we have a beautiful, simple little jar with a happy little lid. I'm probably going to end up giving this to my mom because she keeps a bunch of little things by her bed that keep falling off her bedside table. And so hopefully this will help her keep them in place. So I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And yeah. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you again on the next one. Take care, guys. Cheers.